Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine and healthy. Today we are going to start our chapter number 9, Force and Pressure. In this chapter we will cover following topics: force, effects of force and types of force. After this, we will start pressure and read about pressure of air, pressure of liquids, measurement of pressure, and applications of pressure. Let us start with force. Dear students, we perform a number of activities in our day-to-day life, like picking up a spoon, pushing to open a door, kicking a football, pulling a rubber band, etc. All these activities involve pushing, pulling, or changing the shape of an object. When we push or pull something, we actually apply force. Therefore, we can say that force is a push or pull on a body. We can define force as a push or pull on a body. Force has both magnitude and direction. The SI unit of force is Newton. Force is a physical quantity because it can be measured. The amount of force applied on a body is called the magnitude of force, and the direction in which force is applied is called the direction of force. Here in this picture you can see this man is pushing a car. This way he is applying force on the car. Dear students, when a force acts on a body, it may have different effects on the body. It can cause various effects. The effects of force on an object can be any of the following. First one is, force can make an object to move from rest. Second is, force can stop a moving object. Third is, force can change the speed of an object if it is moving. Force can change the direction of a motion of an object. Force can change the shape of an object. Force may cause one or more of these effects. Let us read the effect of force which causes change in the speed of an object in little detail. Dear students, when you ride bicycle, you apply force on the brakes. Slowly your speed of bicycle reduces and finally it comes to zero and your bicycle stops. This way we can say that force can change the speed of an object. Dear students, to decrease the speed of a body, we need to apply force in the direction opposite to the direction of motion of the body. On the other hand, if we want to increase the speed of an object, we need to apply force in a direction in which body is moving. So we can say that force can increase or decrease the speed of a moving body. Second effect of force is, force can change the size or shape of the body, temporarily also and permanently also. Here in these pictures you can see when we are applying force, the shape and size of the bodies are changing, and this is a temporary change. Here you can see when we apply force on a rubber band, its shape and size changes, but when we remove the forces, it regains its original shape and size. When a sponge is pressed, its shape and size also changes. But when forces are removed, it regains its original shape and size. So these are the examples of temporary change in the shape and size of a body due to the application of force. Force can also cause permanent change in the shape and size of a body. For example, when this glass is dropped, it breaks into small pieces, leading to the change in the shape and size of the pieces of the glass. When a paper is torn, its shape and size also changes permanently. Next we are going to talk about force can change the direction of motion of a moving body. Here, while playing cricket, when a batsman hits the ball, this way he changes the direction of the motion of the ball. So we can say that force can change the direction of motion of a moving body. To change the direction of motion, the direction of the applied force should be different from the direction in which the body is moving. Now we are going to study about types of forces. There are two main types of forces. They are contact forces and non-contact forces. Contact forces are those forces which are exerted by one object on another object when they are in contact with one another. Contact forces are of three types: muscular force, mechanical force, and force of friction. Second type of force is non-contact forces. Non-contact forces are those forces which are exerted by one object on another without any contact with each other. Non-contact forces are of three types. They are magnetic forces, electrostatic forces, and gravitational forces. Dear students, I have already told you that force is a push or pull on a body. It is caused by the interaction between two objects. As soon as the interaction between two objects stops, the objects no longer experiences the force. Now, first of all, we are going to study about contact forces. Contact forces are those forces which come into play only when bodies are in contact with each other. The first type of force we are going to discuss is muscular force. Muscular force is the force exerted by the muscles of our body. We use muscular force for doing various activities in our day-to-day life. Animals like bullocks, horses, camels, donkeys, elephants also use muscular force to perform various tasks. You are able to ride cycle by applying muscular force of your body. The second type of contact force is mechanical force. The force applied by the muscles, the force exerted by a machine is called mechanical force. Some simple machines like knives, scissors, hammers, staplers, etc. exert a mechanical force on objects. These machines utilize muscular force exerted by a person to do the job. Here you can see this is knife, and the force exerted by knife on this onion is mechanical force. There are some compound machines also, such as engines, which produce mechanical force by utilizing energy produced by other sources. For example, steam engine pulls a train. It derives energy from the steam and changes it into mechanical force and then pulls a train. The third type of contact force is frictional force. Force of friction is the force which opposes the motion of an object over a surface. For example, a ball rolling on ground gradually slows down and comes to rest due to the force of friction. Whenever you stop pedaling, after some time, your bicycle comes to rest due to the force of friction. The next topic is non-contact forces. Non-contact forces are those forces which come into play when interacting bodies are not in contact with each other or are at a distance. It also referred to as action at a distance. For example, a coin or pen. Non-contact forces are of different types. First, we are going to discuss about gravitational force. Gravitational force is the force exerted by the earth on all objects. It pulls all objects towards the earth. For example, a coin or pen falls down when it slips off your hand. A ball thrown upward falls down. Leaves and fruits fall to the ground when they get detached from the plant. Water in rivers flow downwards. All this happens down towards the earth due to its gravitational force. It was Sir Isaac Newton who discovered the earth's gravitational force. The magnitude of the gravitational force exerted by a body is proportional to its mass. Greater the mass of an object, greater will be the gravitational force acting on it. This means that at a given place, the gravitational force acting on a body varies according to the mass of the body. The weight of an object is determined by the gravitational force acting on it. The weight of an object can be measured using a device called spring balance. The another type of non-contact force is electrostatic force. Electrostatic force is the force exerted by a charged body on another charged body or uncharged body. For example, if you comb your hair and bring the comb close to the tiny pieces of paper, you will find that the bits of paper are attracted to the comb. If you rub some inflated balloon with your sweater and after that if you try to stick them on the wall, you will find that you are able to stick balloons on the wall. How is this all happening? This all is happening due to electrostatic force, because then balloons are rubbed against sweater, then balloons get charged. They acquire electrostatic force, and with the help of this electrostatic force, balloons stick to the wall. And same is the case with comb. When comb comes in contact of our hair, it gets rubbed against our hair and gets charged, and then start attracting bits of paper. The force between the electric charges is called electrostatic force. The another type of non-contact force is magnetic force. Magnetic force is the force exerted by magnets. The force of attraction between a magnet and magnetic materials like iron and nickel is called magnetic force. This force is used in cranes to lift heavy loads, to separate iron objects from garbage, etc. Here, students, opposite poles of magnets attract each other and same poles of magnet repel each other. So this force is called magnetic force. Here we can attract steel nails, iron nails with the help of a magnet, because magnet applies magnetic force on the iron nails, and due to this reason iron nails get stick to the magnet. Dear children, you read this chapter properly up to here and try to understand all the concepts. Thank you very much.